All right. Welcome to our final project. Our company is going to be Lift Harmony. It's kind of just a basic social networking platform, so similar to eHarmony, as you can see in the name, and LinkedIn, just connecting weightlifters with each other. And I'm Troy Reinertson.
And
This is
I'm Phil Harris.
nice. And yeah, Lift Harmony, our motto is reshaping the weightlifting community.
Yeah, so one of our main features that will kind of make or break this website is the fact that we have a personal side to it. So what you can do is you can fill out your own profile that will kind of put in your weight, your height, your age, and all that stuff, and all the different weightlifting attributes that kind of make you who you are in the gym. And once you put that into the system, what we're able to do is kind of connect you with other members just like you or similar to you, and then your feed will be kind of, whether you choose to follow them or not, it'll be filled with people that you have found, and they're just similar to you. So what you guys can do is you guys can share content together, share PRs, maxes, different tips and tricks in the gym, different form techniques, different way to hit the triceps or whatever it might be. But this is one of the great ways. So I know in an example above, it's just like we had um, like let's say you're a 50-year-old male, like how Professor Whiting is, and then he's looking for other people like him, so he can fill out his personal info. Then the system will match him with people similar to him, so he can relate better or find different workouts that would fit for what he's trying to do. So that I think that's kind of one of the biggest features for us is just kind of creating this platform that kind of builds on top of each other with just people you find and who you follow, and it kind of all matches that way. But yeah, in here you can, promote your own style of training. You can, post funny stuff related to the gym, things that kind of relatable or whatever it might be. But this is just kind of your spotlight or your time and your chance to kind of build up your community, or your platform, in the weightlifting area. So that's one of our main features that we probably have, or that's hard to me.
Right on. So yeah, like Caleb said, we got a couple features here, just some quick ones to highlight. So just like you said, we have connections. So like an eHarmony, LinkedIn style profile matchmaking, filling out a profile, connecting you with similar users. And in that, you can then share your workouts and PRs or share dieting plans. And to do that, you just post to your feed. Then everyone you've connected with will see that on their feed, which is pretty sweet. And then another feature is finding a gym. So right now, most people use the Bethel gym from our main audience, but as we graduate, if you move away, um, say like you go to Lifetime, but you want more of the like weightlifting atmosphere more than like a commercial grade gym, like Lifetime, you can use the app to find users who recommend different gyms. Then you can also find supplements. So like if a user is just absolutely yoked, you can ask them which like protein powder they recommend, stuff like that, and then dieting options and like finding equipment if you want to start a home gym or something like that. That can all be done through the feed.
Yeah, and ultimately our main plan through all of this is just creating a community within the realm of weightlifting. I think that's one of the huge things. I worked at Lifetime in Edina this last summer, and one of the big things for me was realizing the community that was there, and that was super attractive just to work there, and I feel like that just creates a whole different environment to just kind of building up yourself in the gym and all that different type of stuff. So what this website kind of ultimately does is just it creates a community. Around just one little thing, which is, lifting, and kind of getting that hobby, which I think is pretty sweet. So yeah, like I said, everything kind of aims back to the point, like this is a community when we want to make it feel like a community. I think that's when I ultimately feel the most motivated, or even just trying to better myself, and I see other people kind of doing the same. Um, yeah, that kind of wraps up our main features.
Exactly. And going into the next portion, we'll be talking a little bit of our technology research we went into when building our different business technologies. So we perform both a primary research and a secondary research. For the primary, we use the Bethel's resource of using a Qualtrics survey. So with that, we had two main audiences. One was the business information systems class as a whole. Did that to just get a random sample of just college aged students, just totally random. regardless of their like lifting experience. Then we also went more directly at the Bethel football team. Asked to send a survey to a bunch of them, and we did this to target like the specific like experienced lifters audience and get more like specific results there. And so looking at the results, it's really encouraging. We found that 70% of the responders classified their workouts as that of weightlifting, and that's over cardio or endurance. And then we had no CrossFit or bodybuilding respondents, which is encouraging for our app because it's weightlifting minded. And then secondly, we found that half of our responders would probably or definitely download the app. Only 10% said they definitely wouldn't. So that's also really encouraging going into it. And we found that 80% of respondents enjoyed the gym community, kind of what Caleb touched on a few slides ago. That's one of the main motivating factors for his fitness lifestyle. And then going back to our features from a couple of slides ago, we found that dieting plans was what responders saw the most attractive. After that, that connection component, followed by sharing workouts and PRs, finding a gym, and shopping supplements was the last. And for secondary research, we use this to look at like ad revenue, which is how we're gonna finance our website, mainly because we don't want to ask college-aged kids to pay for such a social media platform. And we found that social media advertising is at an all-time high. You can just see some of the numbers there. A massive $226 billion of global advertising is right now, and is expected to increase to $385 billion by 2027. And some of the leaders, Facebook is the leader, followed by TikTok and Instagram. And this is really encouraging because TikTok just popped up like 5 years ago. It's already the #2 global social media return on advertising. And since we're a new launch, it's really encouraging for us. And yeah.
Yes, now kind of going away from the technical side, we kind of look into more of the social aspects of kind of how this app will kind of be impacted. And I think one thing we have to look at right away is that this app isn't just like generating a social media platform, but it's you know it's like the main part of it is that we're trying to build a community around personal wellness, and I think that already will have an impact just around the social atmosphere of just just way we like just personal wellness, yeah. And as we look into different trends, kind of trying to touch on just how ad revenue has been spiked recently. I think and when looking at trends is a really good way to kind of understand how the app will behave or just kind of how it will go. So when we look at in the present moment, how it'll be impacted, this app, we can see how the gym membership numbers have been steadily increasing since 2012. And this is presented by Zippa, who did a study on that. And that is encouraging to see that there is an increase in popularity when it comes to the gym membership. And overall, like in the present, we're already impacting it just by the fact that we're, encouraging personal wellness, but at the same time, it's like the numbers are also going up at the same time. That was always really encouraging when we look at the social impact of it. I have next slide kind of shows a little bit more how we'll impact in the present. And I think overall, like social media in general, we see a massive jump. And kind of like we saw with TikTok and Instagram and even Facebook, it's like these things are pretty recent. And just in 2005, I think only 5% of the community was using any type of social media. And now it's like 7 out of 10 adults are using social media, which is, it's a crazy increase. Granted, it's over a decade of time, even a more, but as we see, like this is a part of our life now, where a social media and just putting your profile on a platform has become like a way of life. So this is something that we can see in the present moment. It definitely makes sense that this would have an impact right away, just based on the trends that has been going on, and also just the the fact that this is a website encouraging personal wellness. So I think our impact would be significant, if not initially, but maybe in the future, which is in my next slide. We kind of see how maybe this could impact in the future. And I think the big thing is this website isn't something that us as creators are constantly feeding towards. It's the people on the website that are building it. So that's kind of what the future looks like for us. It's kind of like an Instagram thing where it's like, you know, you're not looking at us when we're on it, or maybe you will, but you're looking at all the other people that you followed on the website. And I think over time, like this website can kind of grow into its own little thing. And it's all just kind of reliant on how people use it, how people engage with it. And yeah, and I think, and over time, like our features like gym and supplements and equipment, all that stuff will kind of, you know, increase over time and maybe through different applications. But ultimately, like we are going to improve, or our future is going to be impacted just by people that use it, and that through them our content is generated, similar to like a TikTok type of platform. But yeah, and like I said, we can only expect technology to increase as we become more and more reliant, and even that is a gym membership too. And I think just promoting a website and a platform that is all about, you know, the community of lifting and the community of just kind of getting your body right. I think this is going to have a pretty crazy impact as we look into the future. But yeah, that wraps up the social side of it. Now looking at the website. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. So now we're gonna dive into the website here. Um, Let me re-share. All right, can you see me, Caleb? The screen?
We're good.
All right. So here's basic homepage of our website, Lift Harmony. As you can see, we got our motto on there, reshaping the weightlifting community. Also putting right away that we're a free service, totally free. Connect for free today with a sign up link. Here we got a quick about us section, and then we can read more to dive in more about what we're all about, kind of what we went through the slideshow. So we can pause there if Whiting, you want to read that or something. Don't want to take up too much time, but basically it's saying we're both avid lifters, and we saw like the atmosphere at Bethel's gym, like pushing each other, like me and Caleb pushing each other in our goals and training goals. We wanted everyone to experience something like that. So that's how Lift Harmony came about, and just kind of explains our matchmaking technology of, you know, filling out a profile based on your height, weight, age, sex, training goals, and all that stuff. Just connect with other similar users. And then got just more about the info of the two founders, myself and Caleb, there at the bottom. Yeah. And then also on there, Lift Harmony is completely free. There will never be a premium subscription required to get the best features. Rather, the platform relies on advertisement as its revenue. So now we're going to hop into the feed, and Caleb can kind of explain some of this.
Yeah, so this is kind of the main highway of stuff that's going to go on this website. It's, you know, this is obviously a very short sample. This is just between us and Trey. And Trey kind of posted a couple of things here. We say his push workout, his pull workout, and there's also his leg day. And on here, you can kind of go into it, see what he said. But ultimately, this is where you're going to see the people you follow, and you're going to see kind of just what they did, maybe their content they created. For example, here we got Trey doing his leg day. So what did he do? He squatted 5x5, which is crazy. That's a heavy with some hamstring curl, leg extensions, calf raise. That's a great day for legs. And man, it's awesome. Obviously, that's Trey in the bottom. The man just absolutely yoked. And yeah, this is where the feed is just kind of that's the home base for Lift Harmony right there. But we also have other features, which I think Trey can kind of dive into my profile and kind of what that looks like.
Yeah, so here's an example of someone's profile when you sign up for the site. So like this guy, John Smith, and then like his profile, all his, metrics, height, weight, age, body fat percentage. If you don't know that, most gyms, if you just ask them, they have a machine for that. The Bethel gym has that. You just got to go in and ask. Then also your max lifts, just so the technology can kind of put you with similar users, similar strengths. And also your goal, whether that's weight gain, say you're bulking in the winter, or if you're cutting in the summer, trying to get those abs in for the beach, stuff like that. Then you can do a quick like profile of your story. So this says, "Hi, I'm John. I'm new to Lift Harmony and hope to meet some more experienced lifters who will help with my training goals. My goal is to put on size and strength and yada yada." So with your profile, you can just customize it with this my story aspect here at the bottom, and then that profile at the top will be similar for everyone. And then, like we said, our matchmaking technology will go in kind of like eHarmony and connect you with similar aged and size and strength users. And doing that, that's when you follow each other and kind of see what's going on in the feed. And yeah. Then lastly,
Yeah, real quick, when I go on the services.
yeah, go ahead.
Is that you pulled the page?
Services.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah. So real quick, this is kind of like what Lift and Harmony kind of offers outside of the main feed. So we have just a quick find a gym. You can go in there and find just any kind of like what Trey touched on. If you want more of a serious gym or more of a casual, this is kind of where you can find that. Different information from different users. The shop supplements, so we can, this is part of the ad revenue, is we can kind of have this be a platform from other supplement companies. So we can kind of be a kind of little middleman between the two, where you can kind of easily kind of go in there and then yeah, if you're looking for like any type of diet options or anything like that, we can kind of direct you to what other people are offering, or what as we provided as well. And then if you're trying to find some equipment, that is something we could also add it as a feature right there. But yeah, that's about the services that we offer, besides the whole feed and all that stuff.
And then at the bottom of every page, say you're not ready to sign up for a profile yet, you can just put in a quick like contact information. If you just have a quick question, don't want to make a profile, we provide that there at the bottom. And yeah, so there's the website. Now we're going to dive into the two quick technologies. Let me just pull those up quick. All right. Just gotta find it. All right, that's all right. Share. There we go. Safari. So, nope, that's not it either. All right, can you see that one? Is that the spreadsheet there?
Yep.
All right, so here's a quick example of that profile technology that everyone's going to make. So just gives basic information. It was just like on that my profile section of the website. Put in your name, your age, your sex, your height, your weight, and then your max lifts. Just give a quick gauge of strength. And then, like we said many times before, just the matchmaking technology that our platform uses to put you with similar users of similar profile types, because you don't want to be matched up with like 50-year-old Stephen Whiting matched up with Caleb, who benches 300 pounds, which is insane. So there's one aspect of the technology, and then that there's our project plan. And here's the second technology type. So this is kind of a quick spreadsheet about our ads, kind of how we keep track of that, keep track of ad revenue. So first service table here is the customer ID table. So three quick examples are like Rogue Fitness, Optimum Nutrition, Bang Energy. They each get their own specific customer ID. quick contact name to the advertiser in the company, the marketing guy, with their contact name, contact email, contact phone. So we keep all these records, pretty easy to find, stuff like that. Then that table is connected to this service ID table. This is like each individual unique advertising deal that we do. So with this, every deal has a unique service ID and it relates back to the customer ID of the specific company. So here we have 2 customer IDs of 3. That's because team 3 or customer ID 3 was Bang. So Bang Energy has 2 deals with us coming up. And it kind of gives like a start date and end date. And although it's the same customer ID, we can find each unique service by the unique service ID. So say we're looking for the deal from December of this year to March, we can just look it up as 10003 as the ID. Then when that one ends, it looks like they're re-updating a new advertisement. And then just kind of goes through like the costs of what we're charging them there, as well as where the ad is being run. So whether through the app or the website or both. And yeah, that's basic rundown of the tech there.